We are live on YouTube, and well, when you're not treated fairly in someone else's house, remember, you always have your own house to fall back on. Tonight, I'm going to be discussing how I was ambushed earlier tonight on the Lycantheory channel.
Okay, so I'm going to do a live rebuttal of this stream, because quite frankly, Eli is just full of shit. You know, he and I had that very, very short debate, and he's got some things to say about it, and I've got some things to say about it too. And I've especially got some things to say about his victim, trying to become be a victim, and his narrative on this whole situation. So here we go.
So stick around for that and much, much more. All that's coming right up.
So even on a bitch stream where he goes and bitches about other people, he's got to fucking do his bullshit intro. It's fucking so... oh my god. Anyway.
Live from Northern California, welcome to a very special impromptu edition of Navigating the Modern World.
Impromptu, because he had to go and fucking bitch about losing a debate and spinning it to make himself look like a victim.
With Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and banging that bell, so that way you get all notifications. And
yeah, if you've never been here before and you've never seen his shit before, subscribe and bang the bell even though you don't know what the fuck you're getting into. How about you watch what happens, and then at the end of it, if you enjoyed, then you can subscribe and bang the bell or whatever. How about that?
And you can start getting a better grip on your life. Well, this is...
Yeah, Eli, you definitely need to get a grip. Fucking take your own advice, mate. Look, I think I know why your life's so shitty is because you probably have been taking your own advice.
This is a very impromptu live stream here. I wasn't planning on doing this, but as you know, in the world of YouTube...
Yeah, you weren't planning on doing this, but you're an emotionally unstable idiot, and so you need to go online and start bitching, whining, complaining about me for your own therapy. Good job. Well done.
Shit happens. And sometimes, things...
Who's the emotionally unstable one? Who's the triggered one? Interesting questions, are they not?
Unexpected things happen and you feel like you're not being treated fairly. And I'm not trying to make this about a hashtag Me Too thing, so...
Yeah, you are. Feels over reels, right, Eli?
To all you guys...
And you know what, I'm not even going to call you a coach, because, fuck, you couldn't coach a Little League team.
Guys out there, play fair, because right now I'm in no mood for any bullshit. You talk any bullshit here, you will be immediately banned and squashed. If you want to be here to find out what's going on...
In other words, agree with me in everything that I say or you're banned. Anything else is bullshit, quote unquote.
...and to hear what I have to say, then stick around, okay? But I'm not bullshitting around, and I think I know exactly what the issue is here. Now, I've got my very special guest co-host with me, and that's none other than the troll of the century, Jonathan Tuttle. JT, welcome to the show, brother. Thanks for being here again.
Welcome to the show, my little sycophant who will agree with every single thing that I say and, boost my ego and fluff it up to make me feel better. Welcome.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. Let me get you on unfrozen here on the screen.
Okay.
Give me just 1 second here.
No problem, bro.
This is going to take fucking forever if I have to sit through every single minute of this bloody stupid live stream. So I'm just going to skip forward through the irrelevant parts and basically just give my retorts to his so-called points about what happened on Lycantheory stream and our debate.
Brother.
Dick, move a second here.
Oh,
we're going to talk about it. Give me just...
we're going to talk about it.
Things up for some
yeah,
reason.
it happens.
It absolutely does happen, man.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't on the stream that Jamie was running earlier tonight, where I was supposed to be fighting, or debating Red Bull Jack, who's actually here in the chat, and he's saying, "Eli, let's do this." It's too late, Jack. It's too late, man.
But I thought you said that you would be happy to, reschedule and debate Jack. Are you saying that it's not happening now, or you're just never going to do it? I don't know. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that it's too late at the time that you're at, and you're happy to reschedule it and do it at a later date. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt there, Coach. Eli. Fuck.
I'll get to all of that, but I just want to recap what happened on the stream and share my.
Let's hear it, Eli. Let's hear what happened on the stream, and let's see if you can actually be factual about it, and not bring all your feelings and emotions into it. You emotionally unstable crybaby.
My thoughts and get JT's feedback on it. I think.
Why would you want JT's feedback on it? He wasn't there. He didn't see the debate. In fact, in a few minutes, he starts talking about some other bullshit that's completely irrelevant to what happened on Lycantheory's stream and the debate that we had. But, Eli, of course, is going to gobble that shit up and, inflate his ego with it and be like, yeah, you're right. Awesome. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. I love you like a brother, JT.
I think Jamie is still live on the air. I don't have a problem debating Red Bull Jack, Nuclear Thought, a.k.a. Rose Blades. Okay,
Yeah, we
I
can
think
maybe bring him on here. It might be fun.
We may we may bring him on for a few minutes, man. But I'm letting you know right now, it is 8:10 Pacific.
Yeah. It's late. I'm tired.
I would have no problem doing that. I think Jack's a good guy, and I think it's a vice versa type of feeling. So I don't have a problem with that. But let me recap to everyone out there what happened on the Lycantheory channel tonight. Now, I had been arranging this, this show with Jamie where I will, go one-on-one with anyone that wants to go one-on-one with Coach Eli, with the exception of JB Gunner, Matt Shangy, and Brutally Lauren. Now, I talked things out with Brutally Lauren today, and I don't have a problem
Irrelevant.
with her. So I really talk about me, that's fine. Or put out any privacy information. If you're not what you got to do, because I'm going to do planned with Jamie just to make it fun for the audience, that I was purposefully going to show up 5 to 10 minutes late, which I did. I came on the show 5 to 10 minutes late.
No one cares.
Right, and I'm trying to get guests together, and we're all busy, and you know how that goes for that when it happens. And so Jamie and I were doing a monologue. We're having a good time. We're playing with our.
You mean dialogue, Eli? A monologue is when one person speaks. Like kind of what I'm doing now. This would be a monologue. Even though I'm responding to you and retorting to your so-called points, this is what a monologue is. If I'm speaking to another person at the same time and they're speaking to me, it's called a dialogue. I think you'd know that at age 45.
Soundboards. I actually did Jamie a favor, and I sent him over all of the sounds I have in my soundboards of courtesy. That actually play sounds.
Irrelevant.
And we had a little bit of fun there. And because Red Bull Jack didn't show up, we decided to get RJ Sandifer on there.
Which you loved because you knew that you could probably, beat him in any kind of debate, which is like not a criticism against RJ. It's just that RJ, in my opinion, is just too soft, and you're the kind of person that will walk all over someone like that. But when it comes to someone like me, the story's completely different.
Now, no disrespect, RJ. I'm sure you're listening, and I actually got your message on Hangouts. I appreciate it. You actually mentioned on Hangouts and discuss certain things for the future. They're a sweet, romantic type of question that really wasn't a debating type of question. And I was answering it because I'm going to answer the question. Audience, this is getting really boring. Get somebody else on there. Snooze fest.
Yeah, so I offered to go on. Jamie didn't ask me. I said I want to go on. He didn't have that planned. I didn't actually plan it. I was just watching what was happening, and I thought, look, this is I'll get on there and I'll debate you, and we'll have a good stream.
And so I know exactly what Jamie was doing. Jamie was, realizing he was losing his audience, and they were about to leave, so he had to quickly decide to do something to spice up the show.
Projection. It wasn't Jamie. It was me. I asked Jamie to come on. I said, I'll debate Eli if, Red Bull isn't going to show up.
So Jamie said, I'm going to bring on a surprise guest.
After I told him that I was in.
He brings on Seshu, who I have no fucking respect for.
Feelings mutual, mate.
Who I don't want to fucking deal with.
Again, feelings mutual, mate.
He's a man going his own way, and I'm letting him go his own way. I'm a man going my own way, whether you feel I am or not. So fuck you if you don't think I'm going my own way.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave that one.
Every man goes their own fucking way, no matter what, motherfuckers. You fucking piece of shit.
Incels go their own way. Pooers go their own way. Married men go their own way. Cucks like you go your own way.
Fucking manosphere MGTOW people. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the MGTOW manosphere tonight. Fuck you, JB.
I thought this was about the debate. Why are you bringing JB up? Someone's being rather emotionally unstable right now. Kind of going off the, getting off track there, Eli. You should probably check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I don't give a fucking shit. Okay?
Clearly you don't give a shit, right?
You talk about me all you want, dude. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. Just do not fucking violate my privacy.
Alright. I'm cool with that. I'll say what I want about you, and, you've given me permission, so if you ever try to fucking flag my channel or DMCA me or whatever the fuck, you've got, you're being a hypocrite. We've got your own words right here. You told me I could do it, so I'm doing it.
Or copyright or any guidelines, and say whatever the fuck you want to say. You violate something, I'm coming after you.
So say whatever you want to say as long as I don't feel like I'm being attacked. So basically you just want people to agree with you on anything that you say, right? Well, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, Eli.
But besides that, fair game. Talk all you fucking want. Because you guys just showed your true...
Censor yourself, but it's fair game. Say whatever you want, but censor yourself. Right.
True fucking colors on Jamie's channel tonight. So Jamie brought on...
Yeah, I showed my true colors, that I'm not a pussy that is going to let you get away with not answering questions. I'm going to hold your feet to the fire, and I'm going to reiterate my question when you don't give it when you don't answer it, and you just waffle on about all these other unrelated bullshit, all this unrelated bullshit. So, I'm going to keep asking you the tough questions until I think that I've got an appropriate response. Now, that response I may not like. Maybe I might not think it's sufficient, but an appropriate response would have to do with the content and context of the question, to which you dismally answered. Yeah, it was just bad. It was just a bad answer.
On Seshu, knowing that Seshu has a huge beef with me, I've tried to talk...
I don't have a huge beef with you, Eli. I just want to hold you accountable. And I know that you're not used to that sort of thing, and that's why you feel under attack. But you need to fucking learn to harden up, 45-year-old baby.
Talked with Seshu in the past, and I...
No, you haven't come to talk to me. I've spoken to you. I've given you advice, and you've been like, yeah, that's cool, brother. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. But you've never once come to me and actually tried to talk to me.
I came to the conclusion that, you know what, we're just two different people. He should go his way, I should go my way, and that's what I've done. I answered Seshu's questions
poorly.
In the most logical way possible.
And illogically.
Exactly how I'm feeling. Seshu
feelings over actual facts.
Kept cutting me off, and then Jamie was about to give Seshu that round.
Because I fucking beat you. I asked you a question, you tried to, answer it in some bullshit way. I argued back, and my argumentation was better than yours, So, point to me. That's how it works in a debate, Eli.
I actually asked some very decent questions. I actually responded to RJ's questions in a very reasonable way.
Yeah, but you didn't respond to mine. And that's what you have a problem with, because I wouldn't let you get off the hook.
And I felt that my points were more valid, and Jamie gave RJ the point. So,
well, I don't know about that. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But for I think it was, it wasn't even a real question, and it really shouldn't have been a point, for anyone. That's my opinion.
this thing to me was pretty much rigged. It was fucking rigged. I even got messages from people behind the scenes that know all of us that are a neutral third party, and they even told me it was rigged. And the reason
Yeah, who? What did they say?
why I left, I didn't rage quit. I'm not afraid of you fuckers.
Yeah, you did rage quit. You fucking started swearing and calling me names, and then you left. So that's called rage quitting.
Okay? The reason why I left is because I'm not going to sit there and play a game that
You left because you couldn't handle the questions. And you couldn't handle the fact that I wouldn't let you off the hook for your bullshit answers.
I have no chance of winning no matter, how good I am.
You had no chance of winning because you're no competition to me. Not trying to sound like arrogant about it or anything, but honestly, when it comes to intellectual debate and brain power, quite frankly, you're not at my level.
And that's the fucking truth right there. Okay? That's the fucking truth. Nuclear Thought, he didn't ask me a hard question. RJ question was a fucking pussy fucking question. A 2-year-old could have answered the question.
Yeah, she's talking about my question. And in fact, my question wasn't really that hard. It was basically, what makes you think that you're a qualified life coach? What makes you think that you can help anyone? What makes you think that you have any good advice to give? And you didn't answer that. You just ran around the question as usual, saying, it's in the background, I'm not going to tell you, da-da-da-da-da. As if you were actually a good life coach and a successful life coach who had actually helped anyone, you would be, and a good businessman, by the way, you would be like jumping at the chance to show your work, to demonstrate your competency. But no, you gave some bullshit answer like, that's all in the background, and I'm not gonna tell you, because you have no examples. If you had any examples, you'd give it.
And that RJ asked me. Go ahead, man.
I'll give you my 2 cents. I mean,
Jonathan
I
tells
think
2
that
cents
you-
is bullshit.
so
It's all
they
about
put
fucking
your
some
chair on the
women or
wood
some
flip.
shit.
And yes, she has them suck my dick. So I mean,
Blah blah blah.
I'm just saying, including JB himself, y'all were simping for these women.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
like
it's
these
about-
gifting.
Oh, what the fuck? JT, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Who the fuck simps to any of these? Like, I don't even know these women that you're fucking talking about. Most of us don't have any idea who these fucking women are that you're talking about. You're completely irrelevant. Shut the fuck up.
Life coach a link to get here. I had to click on a link.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
blah blah.
They are not the lead. Period. The end.
You want to know something,
Right or wrong?
JT? Honest with you, I saw what the lady said, but I'm not really even mad at the ladies because
What
you want to know
ladies?
something, JT? And I'm not, men are not supposed to be that way. And when you get men being spiteful, they're behaving worse than these women are. So my real problem is with the way these men behave.
Who's being spiteful? It was a debate. You were cool with anyone apart from JB, Shangy, or Brutally Lauren coming on to debate you. I think I fall under that category, do I not? And then I came on to debate you. I asked you one question, which you didn't answer. I reiterated the question, which again you didn't answer. How is that being spiteful?
This has been my fucking problem the entire time, that this whole manosphere has hated me because I called them out on their shit. Now they're lining up one.
Whose shit do you call out? No, you don't call anyone out on their shit. You just spout fucking crap and then get upset when people call you out on your shit.
One by one, trying to attack me, and Jamie's trying to save his show from going to shit, so he's lining them up right there.
Jamie didn't line anyone up. Alright? We saw, that the debate was going to shit because Red Bull Jack didn't show up and RJ Sandifer was just not prepared, not equipped to be your opponent, and so I put my hand up and then Bullets put his hand up, and that's just how it is. No one was fucking lined up for anything.
On the fly.
That's called projection, Eli, what you're doing right here. That is a clear-cut case of projection. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so shut up.
ambushing me. Now, Jamie, I don't think you did that on purpose. I don't want to be naive here. You're trying to save your dying show. Your show was a sinking fucking ship once Jack didn't show up, and then RJ came on and put the fucking audience to sleep. Okay, and then you brought on Seshu and ambushed me with a fucker that I could care less.
How is it an ambush? You stuck around for the debate. You said you were cool with it. You knew who I was. You knew what I like. You know what I'm like. You know that I don't agree with you and your fucking bullshit either. So how is that an ambush? You stuck around for it. I asked you hard questions. You could have said, "Oh no, I don't want to debate Sishu either," but then you would, be letting everyone see that you're just a big fucking pussy.
Less about.
So kudos for actually taking me on and losing. But once you lost that first point against me, then you knew you were out of your league. You knew that you were in deep water with me and you wanted out. And that's what you did. You fucking got triggered, started calling people names, and all sorts of foulness came out of your mouth, and then you quit the stream.
Okay, I don't care. He has his opinion of me. He's entitled to it, but I don't want to put up with it because he's not fair. He's not fair. He's not reasonable.
How am I not fair or reasonable? If you gave a reasonable answer to my questions, then look, I wouldn't have like the first question that I asked. Technically, right? You said it was the same question that someone RJ had asked or someone else had asked, and I'm like, all right, fine, let's move on to the next question. Then I asked you another question, and you couldn't handle it, man. It's as simple as that. How is that unfair or unreasonable? I was being reasonable with you. I took that answer and I said, okay, fine, all right, let's move on to the next question then.
And all he does is project his views onto me.
Project what views onto you? What a good life coach is, or why you would consider yourself or bill yourself and market yourself as a life coach, even though you don't coach anyone or help anyone with their businesses? Come on, man. How is that unreasonable? It's only unreasonable because you know it's the truth. And in your mind, you consider that an attack. Grow up, Eli. Big fucking pussy. You BFP son of a bitch.
Which to me are stemming from his insecurities. So fuck him.
I'm not insecure. I'm completely confident in who I am. I understand who I am. And, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I have things to work on in my life, sure. But I'm totally secure with myself. I don't give a fuck. Clearly. I don't care what other people think about me. Half the time, it's completely irrelevant how you feel about me. What was relevant was the question that I asked and your response to it. How that's projecting, I don't know. But I'm going to call out your projecting in just a moment.
Yeah. All right? And then you were going to bring on Bullets for Teeth and all those guys that want to fucking
Bullets for Teeth and all those guys. No, just Bullets for Teeth. And he was going to ask you a question, and I was going to be silent, and so was everyone else. You weren't getting dogpiled. All right? I had my question, and I wasn't satisfied with the answer, and most of the audience wasn't satisfied with the answer either. And look, I think it should have just stayed between you and me. But if Bullets was going to come on, he would have asked you one question as well. It's like, we would not have, like, I personally would not have interjected in your debate with Bullets if that came to pass. But you know us, you know me, you know Bullets, you know that we have observed you and your behavior for the last year or two, and you know that we have legitimate points. So you were just like, oh fuck, this is getting too hot for me, exit stage left.
And shame my ass? Fuck you, Jamie. And Jamie, I'm not mad at you.
Contradiction in the same sentence. Fuck you, Jamie, but I'm not mad at you. Bullshit, Eli. You're a fucking liar.
Okay? I'm not gonna remove your moderator wrench. I'm not gonna ban you from my channel. I'm not gonna remove your moderator wrench. And I'm not gonna hold this against you. I'm just stating the facts of what you did. Okay? And this is the kind of shit that I'm not gonna...
That's not a fact. Okay, that's how you feel. That's what you think Jamie was doing. But the fact of the matter is, he didn't do any of this. I put my hand up to come and debate you when Red Bull Jack didn't show up, and RJ Sandiford just wasn't cutting it. And then Bullets saw what was going on as well and thought, hey, maybe I'll put in my 2 cents too. If Jamie will allow it, it is his show. You know, it is his debate. He was the moderator. So, you know, fucking buck up. Harden up, man.
To put up with on my platform where I have control of it, or on someone else's platform that I don't have control of.
I'll tell you this right now, Eli. If you want to, you know, rehash this debate again, I will take on however many people you want. Me versus 5, me versus 10, whoever you want. However many you want. I don't care. I'm not a little pussy like you are. I can defend myself and my perspective and my opinions without, you know, against numerous people. It doesn't matter how many there are.
And if I'm not feeling like I'm being treated fairly on someone else's...
Yeah, well, you were being treated fairly. Everything was fair. Okay, but you felt that you weren't because you're a big fucking pussy.
platform, I'm going to fucking just leave. I left gracefully. Yes, I got a little upset.
Gracefully. Do you know what that word means, Eli? Because your bowing out of that debate was not graceful at all. You look like a mannequin falling from, you know, the 10th story, a 10th story of a building into and belly flopping in a pool. That's what you look like leaving that stream. You were not graceful about it at all.
Upset, but I had every reason to be upset, and I handled that very maturely. What I could have done is...
No, you didn't handle it maturely either. You started name calling and throwing pejoratives around, and basically you fucking got triggered and you rage quit.
What I did in the past is sit there and fucking yell and scream and shit, and I said, fuck you all. This isn't worth it, you know?
Yeah, very graceful bow out there, Eli.
You know, like Eminem used to say, fuck you all, I'm outie. Here, tell these people something they don't know about me, right? You know? You
must love that movie. What is that? I haven't seen that movie.
Irrelevant.
JT, the moral of the story is Eminem, because he was white, and most rappers were black back in those days, and they still are today. No disrespect, just the way it is. They were criticizing Eminem. They were ripping on his ass, right? But he wanted to be a rapper because he was good.
Okay, so are you saying that you, in this situation, are Eminem and you're being ragged on by like other people who come from the MGTOW community? So you're saying that the people from the MGTOW community are the black guys, but you're still good at what you do? I think, quite frankly, I think your analogy sucks.
And so when he started first battle rapping, he would choke, right? You're choking, you know, right? And then next thing you know, he worked hard, he got better. And then, you know, he did a 3-round battle rap, made it to the final round against the defending champion, Papa Doc. And then, you know, in that final round...
Yeah, in that final round, he tore Papa Doc a new ass. You, on the other hand, did not. You can't liken yourself to Eminem's character in this case because you just don't fit the bill. Just like you don't fit the bill of a life coach or a business coach or a relationship coach. You're not a coach, Eli, so stop calling yourself a fucking coach.
Papa Doc, you know, won the coin toss, so he got to decide who goes first. And Papa Doc made a big mistake saying, let that chump go first. That's why tonight, when RJ came on, I said,
I do remember the general outline of the movie. It was, I don't know. It wasn't that good of a movie.
It's not about the movie, Jonathan.
I'm sorry.
Tuttle,
it's the moral. It's not even that. It's the moral of the story, because they were attacking Eminem like these guys are attacking me. And what?
Okay, so we're attacking you the same way that the black guys in that 8 Mile movie were attacking Eminem. We're not attacking you. Criticism and legitimate criticism and hard questions is not the same as an attack. If I wanted to attack you, Eli, I would call you names. I would, you know, completely ignore your answers and basically misconstrue them, straw man them. I would do anything in my power just to make you look like an idiot. But fortunately, I don't have to do that because you are an idiot. See? That's an attack.
What Eminem did is he came, and I mentioned this yesterday. It'll sound like a little bit of a rerun, but I'll mention it again, or I mentioned it on a stream earlier today. Eminem came up when Papa Doc, the guy he was fighting for the championship.
Some of this, if he has something to say, I mean, I would gladly.
I'll bring just, I want us to just finish talking about what happened there, and then we'll bring him on. No problem. I can even bring him on myself. I have the Hangout open, so thanks for making me aware of that. RJ, stand by, please, okay? You're the only other person that will be coming on. But what happened in that final round, JT, was, Papa Doc won the coin toss, who was the defending champion. He was an African-American guy, and Eminem was the white guy. And Papa Doc said, let that chump go first. And he made a big mistake because what Eminem did, he said, let me think, how am I going to beat this guy? He's going to talk all this shit about me, right, to try to make me look bad. So why don't I just, use my opportunity to talk shit about myself?
You didn't talk shit about yourself. You don't talk shit about yourself. You call everyone else emotionally unstable or children or whatever the fuck. You've never, ever turned that mirror on yourself, Eli, and that's another issue that we have with you, is that you have zero self-awareness. Zero. None. At all. Whatsoever. And that's another issue that we have. And that was actually going to be one of my next questions until you rage quit.
Gave him nothing else to talk about, right? So Eminem comes up and says, I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do live in a trailer with my mom. My boy Future isn't Uncle Tom. I do got a dumb friend named Cheddar Bob who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped by all 6 of you chumps, right? So Eminem takes the ownership approach, says, you know what? I'm not fucking perfect, motherfuckers. Okay? And he says,
yeah, when have you ever done that, Eli? Because I've never seen any kind of... I've never seen you take responsibility. Apart from, maybe 1 or 2 conversations that I was part of in Discord where you said that just after you've come back and you said that you've learned your lesson, but clearly you haven't.
Everything about himself that he feels these guys are going to talk about him, or he felt Papa Doc would talk about him. And at the very end, he takes the mic, here, tell these people something they don't know about me. And he throws the microphone at Papa Doc. And then Papa Doc, he lost his shit. He had nothing to come back with because Eminem already stated it all. My name is Coach Eli. I fucked up. I made a bunch of mistakes on YouTube last year. I cried like a whiny bitch. I got dumped by my ex. I did all this shit, right? I'm coming clean and saying all this shit, okay? You figure these people...
All right, fine. I'll take that. But at the same time, it's got nothing to do with the debate or the question that I asked you.
Would say, okay, he's taking ownership of that. They can back off and move on from it. But these people still talk about my shit because they got nothing better to do.
I didn't talk about your shit. I didn't mention any of that stuff that you just brought up. I asked you why you felt that you could, why you feel that you are qualified or competent enough to bill yourself as a life coach, as a dating and relationship coach and a business coach. That was my question, which, again, of course, you didn't answer.
So all I'm saying here is that tonight on Jamie's show, okay, after he brought Seshu on, and then he wanted to bring on other people one by one that have a difference of opinion in the way that they like to do things compared to me. And Jamie knew all these guys were going to do were attack me, not debate me.
Difference of opinion is not attacking. Yeah, we have differences of opinion, and like if I were in your position, I would have given you a straight answer to a straight question. I mean, this is just ridiculous, Eli. You're not being attacked. You're being asked hard questions, and you didn't have the answers for them, and that's why you lost the fucking debate.
Jamie was just trying to turn his show into something that was going to create fighting and raging shit, and then that way the super
you provided
chats and all that could go up, right? Because
and there was about, I don't know, $4 in super chats, so it really wasn't about the money. It was about actually getting to grips with, what you and the way that you portray yourself.
His show was, let's admit it, his show was dying, JT. You saw it. It was fucking dying.
Well, I don't think Jamie's show is ever dying. I think Jamie's a interesting guy. So I mean, I watch this stuff, but I mean, I think that they had an issue and they were resolving it. I think that RJ was a good solution. I mean, if they gave him a
No, RJ was not a good solution, JT. Jesus Christ, man.
minute to get warmed up, he was just getting started, and he got it thrusted on him.
You got to look at what your audience is saying during the show. And if you
Right.
go back and watch that replay when RJ was talking, they were all saying, even Brutally Lauren and the rest of them, snooze fest, get somebody else on there. This is boring. I'm falling asleep. You got to look at your audience. If your audience is...
They come onto your channel, they talk trash about you. They go on to RJ's channel, and now they're going to talk trash about him. I mean,
But I'm not...
I'm
You and I...
I'm seeing a pattern from these same.
JT, we didn't come onto Eli's channel and talk crap about him. It was on Lycantheory's channel, and it was a debate.
Women that people are simping for.
And it's got nothing to do with these fucking women. Who the fuck are these women anyway? I don't even know these people. I've heard them in passing, but that's about it. You fucking want to say that's simping? Come on, man. You're so irrelevant. Fucking, I'm just going to skip this bit.
But I guess they've been an issue, and I think we're going to be able to squash. Wanted to come on and attack me one by one and not debate me.
It was, in fact, a debate, Eli, not an attack, not a personal attack. You don't get the difference, though, because you've fucking got this leftist mind virus that any kind of criticism or hard questions is fucking attacking you. You fucking grow up, oh my god, you super big fucking pussy. Jesus Christ, man.
I was supposed to debate Red Pool Jack, then RJ Sandifer. Red Pool Jack didn't show up. RJ Sandifer comes on, and it's this fucking snooze fest. No disrespect, RJ. It was fucking boring as fuck. So when the audience saw, I was bored. To be honest with you, JT, I was bored. I want a more difficult question to answer than RJ asked me.
And you got it, and you couldn't handle it.
So I can understand why his audience was bored. So Jamie saw his show was dying because of what RJ was doing, how he was not being entertaining enough, and then Jamie.
It wasn't about entertainment. He just wasn't asking relevant questions or hard questions. And so that's why I came on. I saw that as well. I saw that, it was just, a nothing burger. So I thought, hey, I'll give Eli what he wants. If, he wants harder questions, I'll give it to him. And you couldn't fucking handle it. You fucking misconstrue the whole situation and come on your own channel and start fucking this victim narrative. Like you were a victim. You got ambushed. You didn't get ambushed. You knew exactly what was going on.
He went out and started.
It's just that you couldn't handle me.
Bringing these guys that he knew would attack me, and Jamie's
Bullets hadn't even come on when you fucking rage quit. So that's irrelevant anyway. You could have protested. You could say no, like let's just keep it between me and Sishu, and it would have been fine. Bullets would have not been brought on, and the debate could have gone ahead. But you acted like a little bitch and fucking ran away.
He said, I have a very special surprise guest for you, Eli. And he brings on Seshu, and I'm like, here we go. This thing's about to fucking turn into a shit show, and I'm about to fucking leave. And I left because...
Bullshit. You stuck around for, the first round between you and I. You stuck around for that. If you saw me come on and you go, oh, this is going to turn into a shit show and all this fucking bullshit, then you would have left right there and then, or you would have refused to debate me. But you were the one who said, I'll debate anyone. And this has happened on your channel, before as well. You put out the call, an open invitation for anyone to come on and debate you. I put my hand up over 3 times and you ignored it every single time. I called you out on Discord and you were like, oh, I'm cool with you now, and I don't want to debate people that I'm cool with. And I said, look, you wouldn't debate me when you weren't cool with me. And look, I didn't want to press you on it. I didn't want to embarrass you in front of everyone in Shangy's server. And that's why I left it. Okay? But this time round, I finally got my chance to have my debate with you, and you couldn't hack it. You could not cope, and you fucking rage quit.
Because there's no way to debate these guys from MGTOW that have a complete difference of opinion with any.
All I wanted was a reasonable response that was pertinent and relevant to the question asked. Now, if you don't give me an answer that is pertinent and relevant to the question asked, I'm going to reiterate the question. I'm going to hold your feet to the fire, because I'm not the kind of pussy that you normally deal with that lets you get away with your bullshit. And quite frankly, quite obviously, you can't handle that.
Anyone like me or any life coach. It's not that they don't like me. They don't like life coaches.
I have no problem with life coaches if they know what they're talking about. I have no problem with Tony Robbins, because he's obviously a successful life coach. He's clearly helped people, regardless of what their problems are. I don't know. And, regardless of how strong or weak those people are, I don't know. But he's clearly helped people. You, on the other hand, Eli, I have not seen any evidence of any kind of coaching, any kind of business advice, anything like that. I've seen nothing out of you. Part of my question was, why is 99% of your content talking about other people and getting involved in drama in all sorts of different communities, and not only just getting involved but stirring up drama itself? That was my question, and you couldn't answer it. Why do you feel the need to inject yourself into these situations? Oh, because I feel like I can help. All right, fine, I accepted that question, and then I moved on and I pressed on with other questions. Okay, that's not an attack. You can see that that is not unreasonable. All I wanted, the next question I asked you was, why do you feel like you have, what's with the savior complex? Why do you think you can help anyone at all when your life itself is so fucked up?
They don't like anybody that tries to help people with relationships.
I have no problem if people want to go and get help for their relationships. If they want to stay blue-pilled, if they want to stay on the plantation, get a fucking chick and, into a relationship and get married, fine, that's up to them. That's their prerogative. I personally will not do that, but that doesn't mean that I have a problem with other people doing that.
Because they're fucking MGTOW. So instead of wasting your fucking time, Seshu, and bullets for teeth, and all you fucking stupid-ass MGTOW fucks, and that's how I'm going to call you, okay? Because I'm fucking sick of your fucking shit, okay? Why don't you go off into your corner, and I'll stay in my corner. But if you want to participate...
I'll stay in my corner when you stop coming over to my corner, you fucking retard. Seriously, you inject yourself into these situations. You put yourself into these situations. You know we're MGTOW. You know most of us in Changi server are MGTOW. So why would you come over to us? I left you alone. After that first time when I saw your videos, because you were talking to Big John, who was also a MGTOW at that time, I was interested. I wanted to see what was going on. But you clearly are not a MGTOW. You were trying to lure men back onto the plantation because you think that that's how men should behave, that we should, respect women all the time and believe everyone, like every woman and what they say, and get into relationships and suffer and all this other shit. We have a difference of opinion on this one, yes, but that doesn't mean that if you put yourself in and inject yourself into my community that I am a part of, that we generally have we agree on general things, and you come in and you start rocking the boat, you're the one that is instigating this shit, not me. I was happy to keep to myself, but you keep fucking coming over and talking about all this other shit that is completely irrelevant to MGTOW and trying to convince us otherwise. And if you come over to us and try to convince us otherwise, don't be surprised when we retort and we have, counter arguments to your shit. It's that simple.
Participate, that's up to you. I don't force you to come on this channel.
Yeah, you don't force me to come on this channel, and that's why I generally don't. I've probably been to your channel twice in the last 2 years. But look, I've seen what you do. I've seen other people, giving their critiques about, you and your bullshit. And look, I've seen certain things, but I never come to your channel. I didn't fucking troll you. I didn't mess with your channel. I kept to myself. And now you're telling me that I came over to you to fucking start shit with you? That's bullshit, mate. Bullshit.
I don't force you to go watch me on other channels I'm at. But you guys are there because you love the drama, and it makes yourselves feel better to attack a guy like me, because that way you can project.
How many times do I have to fucking say this? Critique is not attacking. Criticizing someone and what they say is not an attack, Eli. Just because you can't handle it and you feel like you're under attack, that's your problem, not anyone else's.
Project your own insecurities that you have onto me.
You're the one that projects your insecurities onto other people. Because you're insecure, you say, and you project onto other people and say that they're insecure, or they're emotionally unstable, or they're this or that or the other. Not once have I done that, because quite frankly, I'm not insecure about myself. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm not capable of. I know who I am. I've self-reflected, introspected many, many, many hours. I don't think you have. Based on your behavior, based on what you say, based on how you carry yourself, and based on how you market yourself. My criticisms of you are evidence-based, not feelings-based. Okay? If I were to base my criticism on you about how I feel about you, you'd be hearing a completely different, different sort of thing. I would not be reasonable with you, but I'm not doing that. I am being reasonable with you, especially in that debate. I thought I was fairly reasonable, but you just couldn't handle it. You just couldn't answer the question. You kept giving bullshit roundabout answers. Trying to, waffling on, trying to make me, forget about what you'd said previously or earlier, and that's a typical leftist tactic. It's what politicians do. All I wanted was a straight answer to a straight question, and you couldn't provide it. And I guess that's attacking, right? Bullshit. But what you're doing here, you're talking shit about me on your own stream, on your own channel, and not allowing me to retort, to give my answers in response and defend myself. That, my friend, is called bullying.
You guys were strong enough men like JT and I are, you wouldn't feel the need to attack another man to make...
You're a weakling. That's why you feel like you're being attacked. You're not strong. You are not strong at all. You're a fucking little pussy.
Yourself feel better. So fuck all you guys, man.
Yeah, that's an appropriate response, isn't it?
Right. I realize that to a certain degree, Holly, but they kind of...
Shut up, JT.
You know what I'm saying? They're in there, because... But I was saying, but the thing is, so I was already... I mean, it was going to been at least... Right.
That's
better than what...
You guys say, JB, come to California, JB. I can't stop you from going anywhere you want to go. But wow, man. Thank you for stopping RJ on. This is why these guys don't like this. The women have their own issues. Don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing what they did, but at least they've been a little more reasonable with me than some of these guys have been. These guys are leveraging these women against me.
Bullshit, you fucking sexist pig. We're not leveraging anyone against you. Especially not these women. These women are independent, individual thinkers. They can fucking come up with their own opinions. We don't leverage anyone against you, Eli, and that's another projection from you onto us. So who's projecting now?
So that way it doesn't make them look worse than them. But in my honest opinion, Seshu, Bullets for Teeth, all these guys that are going to come and attack me are no better, if not they're worse, with their behavior than these women.
Oh, an insult, huh? That's a good point to make, right? Oh, they're more insecure than these women. That's projection yet again, because you can't fucking handle dealing with an actual alpha male, an actual strong man who has his own opinions and can formulate his own arguments and hold your feet to the fire. You fucking pussy.
Because why would they feel the need to come on and attack me just because I'm a life coach?
Because you're not a life coach. You don't coach anyone. You don't coach anything. You can't give fucking good advice to save your life.
If I want to call myself a life coach, I can do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and I can call myself an astronaut. It doesn't make me an astronaut.
I want to do. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't do? All right?
Who am I to tell you what you can and can't do? I can't tell you what you can and can't do. I'm telling you what you don't do. You don't coach. You don't give people good advice. You don't demonstrate how to live a good life. In fact, you demonstrate the complete opposite. You're a liar and a manipulator, and you spin all these false narratives all the time. Like I said, I'm convinced it's the fucking leftist mind virus that has infected your brain so you can't see any of this shit, and you have this constant victim mentality. Fucking grow up.
These guys, all they're doing is they're projecting their insecurities onto myself.
Projection yet again. You are the insecure one. You project onto us, and then say that we're projecting onto you, because in your mind that's what you think. But in reality, as a matter of fact, not opinion, fact, you, like I said, you don't fucking do anything. You don't coach anyone. You don't give advice about business or relationships. You just fuck around and say, oh, look, I'm doing this fucking whatever the fuck. It's completely irrelevant and useless. And that's the problem we have with you, Eli.
Okay, just because they don't like what I do. I don't follow these guys. I don't bother them. I don't go to their streams, or if they even do streams anymore, I don't give a shit. But why do they give so much of a shit about me? Are they holding on to resentment from what happened in the past? I'm a guy on the internet. It doesn't bother you anymore.
We call out bullshit where we see it. And when I look at you, I see it in fucking spades, mate. You're full of shit. You talk shit. Your breath probably smells like shit. See, now that's a personal attack. That's different. I'm reasonable with people who are reasonable. And I think I was being fairly reasonable with you. I think I was actually, my question was pertinent and relevant to who you are and how you portray yourself. Now, if you didn't call yourself a coach, if you were just some dude on the internet like you claim to be, then I probably wouldn't have a problem. I'd just be like, oh yeah, this dude is just some dude on the internet. But you're trying to bill yourself and market yourself as a fucking coach, which means influencing other people's lives with your shitty advice. That's what I was calling out. That's what I have a problem with you with.
So why the fuck do you give a shit? So quite frankly, these guys and their behavior is making them look worse than Lauren and her friends. Quite frankly, compared to Seshu and Bullets for Teeth and some of these other MGTOW guys that just want to come in and attack me rather than debate me civilly, right?
I will be as civil with someone as they are with me. I will be as reasonable with someone as they are with me. If I thought that your responses were bullshit, it's because they were. And I'm not going to let you get away with it, Eli. That's been going on for too long, obviously. And you can't fucking take legitimate criticism, and you can't respond to legitimately difficult questions. And look, the question that I asked you wasn't difficult in the first place. It's just difficult for you because you know you've done none of this stuff. You're not a fucking coach. But you keep claiming that you are. And now you're fucking, spinning this bullshit victim narrative to make yourself fucking feel better. Who's projecting now?
They make Lauren and her friends look like queens and saints, in my opinion. And that's why these guys don't like me. And if they're strong...
What? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. You say that we're behaving worse than these women and that's why we don't like you. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Examine your logic, Eli. You know what, guys? I've had enough of this. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Maybe I'll do some more, reply stuff later. But for now, I've had enough. And, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.